The wait is over. This community right behind me just had their grand opening this past weekend, and I actually previewed it for you guys about 2 months ago and told you guys that this is going to be one of the hottest spots this summer. What's going on, guys, and welcome to Somewhere in SoCal. My name is Mike Devlak, and on this channel, I show you guys what it's like to live somewhere in SoCal. In today's video, we are in the community of La Ventana, the brand new community that just had its grand opening. We had by D.R. Horton in the city of Winchester. All right, and one of the biggest things with this community right now, actually two of the biggest things. All right, number one, this is a no HOA community, which I know a lot of you guys love, in a great location. All right, the other thing is they've got a red tag sales event going on right now, where they've got some of these houses, actually a lot of them, available at a 3.99% rate. All right, those are unheard of incentives, which is worth a ton of money, was more than a lot of the other builders out there are providing as incentives for going with their lenders. So incredible rates here on these brand new houses where you can get into one of the earliest phases. All right, so in this video, I'm gonna go through and show you guys 3 models that they've got here. They got 6 floor plans in total. All right, but 3 floor plans. They got the 1 single story over here. All right, the other 5 are going to be 2 stories. All right, this one right behind me right here is a next gen house. So I'm excited to get in here and show you guys this one. All right, as I mentioned already, there is no HOA in this community, but we're really close to this other community D.R. Horton built right behind me that I filmed a few times, Pradera Point and Pradera Place, where they do have an HOA behind me. So those guys got a little bit unlucky. There is a park over there, but it's not gated. So people who live in this community can very easily just walk over to the park over there. All right, the other really cool thing about our location here, we are in the city of Winchester, which I feel is like Menifee 2.0. So a lot of you guys are probably familiar with Menifee, one of the fastest growing cities, one of the safest cities in all of Southern California. All right, we are literally on the border of those 2 cities. I mean, like literally, like I could probably throw a rock. I can fly my drone very easily into like the Menifee airspace over there. So we're super close to all the amenities that Menifee has to offer, which I'll show you guys on the map video. All right, well, we're schools, shopping, medical care, everything that's around here. All right, but despite some of the drone shots looking like we're probably like a little bit country, all right, we're really close to what Menifee has to offer. But Winchester's also building some really good stuff that's coming. So I call Winchester Menifee 2.0 because there's lots coming, lots of new build communities. I'm going to be doing tons of videos in the city of Winchester coming forward because I've seen kind of the plans and heard all the releases of the new communities that are coming up. Guys, there is a bunch. All right, so buying in Winchester, I feel, is a great investment because number one, you got all the new houses and housing communities that are coming. So price points are keep going up and up and up as this becomes a more desirable spot. Also, there's lots of new commercial development stores, like retail stores, shops. You know, there's on the corner over here, just right around the corner, there's a shopping center that's kind of just getting built up. It's got McDonald's, Starbucks, Panda Express, Chipotle, all right, and future plan. I mean, they actually got a gas station that's just about to open up too this summer. And then also they got plans for a major grocery store right there. So just a really good location in the fast growing city of Menifee. So anyways, I don't want to keep you guys too much longer. I did want to talk about 2 things before we get going here. All right, number 1. All right, if you like anything you see today, make sure you go ahead and reach out. Whether you're coming out today, tomorrow, next week, next month, whenever. Or if you just want to talk and chat and kind of just put some plans together of what could possibly happen, or maybe you're coming out down the road. All right, anyways, so if you want something, call me. All right, I work for you guys, not the builder. I'll get you guys the best incentives. You guys can leverage, you know, the agents that I built relationships with over the past few years. So I got tons of you guys that are reaching out that I've helped move over the past 1.5 years into this area. All right, a lot of you guys are probably like me that are looking to, you know, get out of the bigger city. I came here from the Long Beach area. I grew up in the South Bay, Torrance. All right, ended up right before I came here was living in the Lakewood, Long Beach area. Needed more space and cheaper for my growing family. So at the time we had 2 kids, now we got 4. Our plan was to come here for 2 years and bounce back to LA. All right, I can tell you right now, I am not going back. We absolutely love it out here. So you guys are probably like me, coming from San Diego, LA, Orange County, just wanting more space at a cheaper price, or you want to settle down. So anyways, call me. All right, I work for you. I beat these guys up on the price, get you guys the most incentives. So I built some really good relationships over the past couple of years. All right, the other thing, all right, this is a show I post every single Saturday at 8 a.m. All right, so if you like the sort of stuff where I'm touring new houses, new communities, showing you guys what it's like to live somewhere in SoCal. If you like the stuff, do the stuff, like, subscribe, tap that notification bell. That way you stay up to date on everything going on in this local area. And I get to show you guys these grand openings. So you guys don't have to drive the 2 hours to get out here. All right, you can see if you like it. All right, call me. We'll get this thing set up, and I can even show you some other spots that maybe you don't know about. All right, guys, I got over 100 videos on this channel. So, you know, some of them are older, but these communities are still there. So the really cool thing about when you call me to come out and see these spots is like, yes, you call about a certain video. So like, yes, you might call about this video and say, oh, I want somewhere no HOA. All right, but I might, find a better fit for you that has no HOA because I filmed almost all of these things and I'm on top of all the new things coming forward and I've built relationships. Shoot, there's communities coming in Temecula that are going to be sick homes. All right, that I already know what floor plans are going there. I just haven't filmed them for you guys yet because I'm kind of keep it in my pocket because we're still too far out. But I get all the info, all the intel from these builders before things happen. They ask me to come film right when they open. That way I can generate some traffic because they know I have one of the, you guys are the best. I have some of the best following on YouTube in this whole area. So anyways, I'm not going to keep blabbing anymore. Let's go in and get this tour started. Alrighty, so we're gonna start this tour off with their only single-story floor plan that they've got available. This right here is gonna be residence 1890. It's 1,890 square feet. We're gonna have 4 beds, 3 bathrooms, and this one starts at $644,000. All right, you see this one's got a pretty nice exterior there with kind of that stonework. So just to give you guys a little bit of, I guess, intel. All right, when you guys go to these new builders, they're gonna have they call them elevations. So the exterior of the house looks like. So, and they're all different costs. So like you'll see this, that house right there that we're gonna see. That's more of a Spanish style. That's the basic one everywhere because you see there's not really anything extra. Like here you got that stonework. All right. On that far one, that's probably more of like the craftsman style, I'm guessing, which we'll see later. Anyways. So we got this house right here. We'll walk on up to this one. You can see these kind of stairs done before. Now this is something you guys would have to do on your own after the fact. When you just, when you get the house, there's basically just like a walkway here and cement that goes kind of in from the garage. So, and as we'll walk on up to this one, nice little covered entryway. Open it up and boom. All right. So one thing I really like with DR1, aside from the amazing rates that they usually give out, all right, is a lot of the things you see in these houses are kind of standard that you actually get. They don't nickel and dime you like some of the other builders do. All right, it's cool to have that the custom stuff that you want. All right, but they give you limited options, but it's still pretty good stuff. All right, now this right here is not an option. I was here the other day with some guys, and that is a design feature, so that's not something you can get. But anyway, so a nice long hallway looking straight out to the back. Then off to the left over here, we're gonna have 2 bedrooms and a bathroom. So we got bedroom number 1. I got Jurassic Park dinosaur theme there for Paxton. Pretty cool. Turn it around here and kind of show you. Artwork there. A pretty decent sized room. All right, we do have 9-foot ceilings in here. That's something I want to point out. Not the most optimal setup for a TV. All right, but you guys can manage. All right, then we got this window kind of looking out to the front of the house there. That's kind of cool. A little dino coming out of the wall like that. You got the ABCs there with some dinos. All right, then right next to that, we're gonna have a bathroom number 1. All right. So you got just some normal stuff. Normal. And then one thing I will point out is you guys might see, and a lot of people point this out when we come to these in person. All right, there's no doors here. That's just so that kids don't, slam their fingers. All right. So anyways, all right, over here we're gonna have bedroom number 2. This feels so tall with that wallpaper. It feels endless. All right, so decent sized room here. You got the window looking out to the side. Good spot for a TV where the artwork is. Spin it around here for you. Closet over there, and then yep, a good spot for a TV right there. Sorry, butterflies, you gotta go. Come on, kind of just down this hallway. I'm loving this big mirror here too. Kind of just opens up the space. All right, but before we get all the way down there, we turn to the right. We're gonna have our garage access right here. So you're coming from the garage, kind of right next to bedroom number 3, which give you a little sneak peek here. All right, it's basically suite, so mini master I like to call it. So this is bathroom 2 / the ensuite for bedroom 3. So you got that walk-in shower there, the sliding glass doors, a pretty good sized little bench there inside the shower. Medicine cabinet mirror, all the normal stuff. It is okay. All right, and then you got the actual bedroom. So bedroom 3 right here. This one feels a little bit smaller than bedroom 2, but hey, you got an ensuite bathroom in here. Window looking out to the side of the house. Spin this baby around for you. Get the closet over there. And once again, a pretty good setup for a TV on the wall. If you chose to do that. It's also nice that you have this little ensuite here. So I know some people are moving with maybe some teenagers that can use their own privacy, or maybe in-laws, grandma, grandpa, whoever. All right, they can have their own little ensuite bathroom there. All right, so across the hallway though, before we get to the good stuff, I'm gonna get this door here, and we're gonna have our little coat closet. And then next to that, we've got our laundry room. All right, so you got those hanging cabinets at the top. You got your washer dryer hookups. And this is about the spot that my microphone died. And I didn't realize this till the next house. So anyways, what I was saying here was that this was an electric dryer. This is going to be the brains of the house, where your Wi-Fi is going to get set up and all that kind of stuff, so you don't have messy wires everywhere. And apparently I talked about more stuff there that I forgot about. And I just walk back across here, kind of to the great room, and kind of show you everything that is here. So super wide open space. You see the kitchen, that little designated dining area over there. And over here, we're kind of just panning the kitchen, showing you that island there. You got 2 seats, could probably squeeze a third in. But one thing I wanted to point out here was that wood beam across the top. All right, they do this actually in all of these with this model here. That's not something that comes with the house. I don't even think that they offer it, but it is a cool piece that you could add after the fact that really gives the house a lot of character. Over here, you see talking about the windows and the accent wall, so that you got that wood paneling going down with that pop of color. Turn it back around and kind of show you guys the kitchen. So there's that island I mentioned where you can they have 2 set up. You could probably fit 3 seats there. You kind of squeezed it in, I would imagine. All right, and then you'll see here that on the island, you do not have the sink. So very good for entertaining. We can kind of just chill around the island, check out that living room, have good access and views to the TV. Then you got that dining set off to the left there. So just a really nice, entertaining kitchen. Then just like the dryer, right, you know, the rest of the house is electric as well. So that includes the stovetop. I know for some people that's a deal breaker, but it is what it is. Here is the pantry. All right, so lots of shelves there. And over here, we kind of just got our sink under that window, dishwasher, the cabinets, the countertops, window looking off to the side of the house. And then all the cabinets and drawers for storage with that island there. All right, then right here, we got our designated dining area. Just flows really nicely off the side of the kitchen there, and then kind of behind the living room. Got a really cool mirror on that wall, that big naked wall back there. Little plant in the corner. So really nice setup they have here. And in the backyard, they do lock all these backyards, but I did fly the drone up and show you guys the backyard there. But I do that for inspiration, but typically you just got that little sidewalk block right off the sliding door back there. And then you get vinyl fences all the way around. This one does have that block on the side there because it is on the edge of the community. So, but vinyl fencing throughout otherwise. Here's the living room. Got a pretty good sized couch there. Nice L-shaped couch. You got the area rug to kind of accentuate the area. Nice coffee table there in the center. Really nice feel here. I don't even know what I was saying here. Yeah. Oh, I feel it in here. I feel like I'm on Love Island now, narrating stuff. There's that. Oh, talking about the vaulted ceilings there. Remember that? And I didn't miss that when I first said it. But you got the vaulted ceilings. Just gives this house has a lot of character for a single story, and a lot of the builders out there don't really have as many little fine details as they've got here. All right, as we head back to the master bedroom, you have this little entryway cabinet and landing. I call it a landing as you go in. Artwork there on the wall, and then boom, we got the master bedroom. Got those nice lights hanging down, a nice accent wall back there with that wallpaper. It's a really cool vibe. Kind of matches nicely with the bedding that they've got there. Really good sized room. You got the lights hanging down, like I said, and then you got the natural light with those windows on the side. Perfect setup for a TV to hang on that wall, kind of above a dresser. That's what I'd do at least. Anyways, now we're heading on over to the master bathroom. All right, you're going to have the his and her sinks there, the cabinets, the drawers, the medicine cabinet, big old mirror, all the stuff. And then across the way there, you have this little vanity area kind of behind the shower. So you get that kind of big walk-in shower with the glass there. The biggest complaint I have is you got a little ledge there, but no real bench to, I guess put your leg on or take a little seat or whatever. All right, over here we got the throne area. Pretty wide doorway to get in there and lots of space there. Probably a little too much space for a toilet area, but hey, that's how they did it. Then over here we got the walk-in closet. Lots of space to hang stuff. I was not able to do the spin test, right? Because it's kind of narrow, but it's definitely enough space to kind of, hang some stuff there. Anyways, so this right here was residence 1890, 1,890 square feet. You got 4 beds, 3 bathrooms. It's their only single story. And this one starts at $644,000. Alrighty, so let's try this again. I just realized that my mic cut off partway through the first house, and I actually started filming this one, and I looked at the opening mirror when I walk, you'll see a mirror right when we walk in there, and the microphone was dead. So like, oh my gosh. All right. So anyways, we're back to having voice in the video. Right behind me here, we actually have their 4th largest floor plan. So in between that one that we just saw and this one we're about to see, there are 2 two-story floor plans that are bigger than that one, smaller than this one. So anyways, this is the 4th largest one. It is residence 2537, 2,537 square feet. We got 5 bedrooms plus a bonus, 3 bathrooms, and this one starts at $692,000. We'll kind of just see this. Oops, see this one right here. The exterior, this is that Spanish style. But let's go up and see this thing. A little hose bib right there on the outside on this one. All right, so let's walk on up and see. And this right here is the mirror that saved us. Make sure we're good. There we go. Sweet. We're green. Mic is on. Yeah, so we'll turn this around. Ooh, those are cool. I didn't even make it to see those the first time I came in because I was like, I was panicking. All right, so you got that nice little accent paneling on this entryway. You got those cool lights. Walk on it back over here. But first, we'll turn to the right, and we've got this bedroom. Got a closet, so it's a bedroom. They set it up as an office, but it is a bedroom. So we got bedroom number 1 here. Cool little accent wall there. Window looking out to the front. Pretty cool. At my house, my office is downstairs, so this is kind of a cool setup if you work from home. I'm assuming the other bedrooms are going to be upstairs. And then you got your bathroom number 1 right here, kind of right as you enter the house. So you got your medicine cabinet, your mirror, all the normal stuff. Sliding glass doors on that shower with a nice sized bench. You walk in here, I imagine we're going to see a coat closet. Oh, it's jammed. Door's jammed a little bit. All right. Coat closet with a little storage area, movie theater underneath there. Like that. Get the stairs going up. We'll check that out in a second. All right. I do like the upgraded handrail here. When I say upgraded, I'm saying this is an upgrade at most places. These guys might include it because they do include a lot of extra stuff in their pricing. And he's got a really nice, big open living area right here. This is awesome. Uh-oh. Guys, I'm just gonna break for right now. I have a downstairs master. Or maybe there's 2 primaries. I guess we'll find out. All right, so we got this, I'll say downstairs master here. Like that paneling there kind of matches the entryway. I totally just broke character on this and broke the routine and skipped the open living area, but this caught my eye right away. All right, so we've got, wow, this is cool. So the master down here, we're gonna walk over and you've got your master bathroom here. You got the open, I'm flustered. Sorry, so master bathroom, what I'm trying to say is you got your walk-in shower right here, glass doors and all that stuff. All right, behind me over here, we're gonna have our his and hers sinks, your cabinets, your drawers, mirror, medicine cabinet, all the good stuff. Little vanity area off to the side over here. We've got our throne area right there. And then over here, we got our walk-in closet. All right, lots of space in here. You know, I will do the spin test on this one. It appears big enough. I'm spinning. I did hit some of the clothes that are hanging right there. All right, but it is big enough. All right, anyways, so let's go back to our regularly scheduled programming. You're gonna walk out to the open living area here. So very nice. You got our living room right there. a cool little coffee table thing. Really nice living here. Oh, that's cool. The brick accent wall. And then just like that first house, you kind of got some vaulted ceilings, which is very unique, I feel, on a 2-story house. The vaulted ceilings with that wood-like beam going across. Those, well, hang things too. I'm really digging this downstairs here. This one caught me off guard, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I for sure haven't been in this floor plan because not many houses have a downstairs master. All right, go here. We got a nice island here. 3 feels about right. Maybe really squeezing to get 4. All right, and then you do have the sink not in the island, which I love. So you have this whole nice feel where you can host and entertain, and very open down here. I like that a lot. Turn it around, show you this little backside with the dishwasher, the sink, your oven, your microwave, your stove, electric. All right, let's see this. We got pantry. All right, so we got a pantry right here. Our garage entrance right there, a little entryway cabinets right here. And then boom, you have downstairs laundry here. I'm assuming because the master's downstairs, we got the laundry downstairs. Clothing cabinets up top. Bring to the house there. All right, I just walk over here and get my stuff. Well, that's where the coffee goes. That's the Keurig station. Anyways, all over here. I like the use of those mirrors. Got our dining area set up right off the island. All right, now I'm just gonna show you guys this little brick-like stuff. Oof, I like that. Just a whole nice pop and gives us a lot of character, especially with that wood beam there. Just so nice together. Anyways, all right, here's a backyard. All right, so once again, blank canvas. You just get your little sidewalk block down there, and the rest is up to you. I do like to show you some inspiration. They just don't like me going out there, but nice little feel there. Anyways, let's go ahead and head upstairs. While I'm doing that, I just want to remind you guys that if you like anything you see, make sure you go ahead and reach out. My phone number is going to be on the screen right now. It'll be coming out today, tomorrow, next week, next month, whenever. I would love to be your local guide to the area and help you find your somewhere in SoCal, whether it's here or somewhere else. All right, and I want you guys to use all my resources. All right, I've been doing this for a long time now. Have great relationships with agents at all the different builders. So use me, utilize me. Let me go to bat for you. All right, beat them up on price, incentives, get you the best deal possible. Anyways, we are at the top of the stairs, and we got a really nice loft. Got lots of windows there, let the natural light in. Super cool stuff. I really like these little cabinet hanging whatever things. What is that? That is different. Are you guys gonna cancel me if I tell you that's a timeout room? I'm totally kidding. I don't even know what's in there. That's the Amazon box elevator, for all I know. Very cool. Got the nice wall there. Windows looking off to the side. Windows looking out front. Like it. It's a good day for a good day. It's always a good day for a good day. All right, anyways, walking down this hallway up here. And we got the bathroom number 2, basically. I'm not counting the master downstairs. That was the one. All right, so we got bathroom 2 with the dual sinks there, shower tub combo, all the stuff. I like that. Just roll with it. Best seat in the house. We're actually trying to decorate our, some of you guys know I moved. We're trying to decorate our bathroom, so that's actually good ideas. We were actually looking at like on Etsy, there's like the movie art with people doing bathroom stuff. Like there's one like Bridesmaid, Dumb and Dumber. There's Big Daddy with them peeing on the side of the wall. There's some really cool stuff on Etsy where people are super creative. So, but these ones right here are pretty cool too. Anyways, all right, we got bedroom number 2. All right, I'm skipping them. Like I don't ever call the master bedroom like the number it is. So this is like bedroom number 2, like the normal bedrooms. So walk in here. A little artwork there. This room does, it's weird. It feels small, but it doesn't at the same time. I mean, they do have obviously a super small bed there, but it's weird because it feels big and small at the same time. Maybe if you guys come see it, you'll feel the same thing that I do. All right, but we do have an excellent wall to hang a TV. So I love that for Mr. Archer James. He's a rad little dude. You guys like my dad jokes? Anyways, we got 3, bedroom 3. All right, so you got like a little guitar room here. Pretty sweet. Spin this thing around once again. Good wall for a TV there. And you got this like walk-in, pop-in closet thing. I like that. All right, next to that, we've got our linen closet. And then we've got bedroom number 4. This one feels the biggest. It might just because there's like a little cutout in the walk in here. It could be like the other song lyrics or just affirmations. I don't know. Anyways, nice little wall there. Cool little wallpaper. Those are more affirmations or life rules than anything else. All right, not the best TV setup, but still nice room in the back of the house. Pretty good size for a secondary room here. Window look on the side, your closet, all the stuff. All right, anyways, so this one totally shocking. So downstairs master was the master. All right, so we got residence 2946, 2,946 square feet, 5 bedrooms plus a, oh whoops, wrong house. I was reading it for the next one. All right, we got residence 2537, 2,537 square feet, 5 bedrooms plus a bonus room or loft. Basically what I'm standing in. They don't call it a loft, calling it a bonus room apparently. All right, we got 4 bathrooms, and this one right here is going to be 700. Oh my gosh, I keep reading the wrong line. 3 bathrooms. All right, and this one's going to be $692,000. So last but not least, we are going to check out their next gen house. This is actually their 5th largest. There's one larger than this that's over 3,000 square feet. That is actually less expensive. This is the most expensive one in this community because it's basically 2 houses in one. So anyways, this right here is residence 2946, 2,946 square feet. You have 5 bedrooms plus a loft, 4 bathrooms. All right, that's including the next gen side. That's gonna have a suite, bedroom, bathroom, all that good stuff. And this one right here starts at $747,000. All right, so right here, this is kind of where the sales office is, but this is where that 2-car garage will go. All right, you got the entryway to the normal part of the house right there. All right, but I like to start things off by going to the next gen, or as they call it, the multi-gen side. So we'll go over to the side over here and kind of just show you the next gen options look like. So they do have their own private entrance off to the side of the house. Open it on up and boom. Nice natural light there with those 3 windows. Their own little like living room area right as you enter here. Let me take my glasses off. Little TV setup right there. Nice little cozy living area for this person. All right, then they got their own little kitchenette right here with a microwave. They got a sink, a dishwasher, cabinets, 1 drawer for utensils probably. The counter space here. All right, across from that, so you can wash your dishes right here, and then right behind you, you have your own bathroom. All right, so you got just a normal sized bathroom here, the walk-in shower there with a good sized little bench, a little shelf in there to put your soap and your body washes and whatever. All right, so pretty good amount of space in here. It's actually, yeah, really, like there's a lot, I got my back's on the wall here, like there's a lot of space between here and the mirror up there. Anyway, so we'll get this thing turned around. Oh, there's a washer and dryer straight ahead there too, so awesome. Here's like an empty closet. When there's closets like this with nothing to, like, you know, no rod to hang stuff or a shelf, I call them witch closets. Only brooms can go in there. All right, then right here we got our coat closet. All right, I suppose you could just put shelves in here, have, you know, build yourself your your own linen closet. I don't know. All right, and then straight ahead here we got our stackable washer dryer, and then we got our entrance to the main house. So this will be like a normal door on a real house. This has just got the glass for the purpose of the model. And then, you know, if this is someone that lives with you, you know, you can, you know, leave this thing unlocked or whatever. Or if this is a rental, you could lock it or drywall this up, but totally up to you. All right, anyways, then over here we have the multi-gen bedroom here. Like the lights hanging down, the cool little wallpaper for the pop of color there. Got window and door over there off to the side. I'm gonna imagine it's probably not a glass door. Maybe, who knows? I guess we'll find out. You got your closet there. Not the most optimal setup for a TV in the room, but hey, you got your own living room. So maybe you don't need a TV in this room. So then like, oh, now we walk these things. I always forget. All right, so there's a little like side porch deal for this person here to have their own space, their own outside space. All right, when they let us through here, let's just block that bar. So now I'm gonna walk around and go through the regular part of the house. Oh, this is good. All right. 504 square feet for the person living on this side. Pretty cool. That means, if I can do math, I was actually an English teacher, not a math teacher. So 500 is about 2440 for the main living house. But we'll come back around this way. I like this little long entryway here. Through. Oh, this is very cool. All right, so I'm really liking this entryway wall, that textured wallpaper. Textured wallpaper there, like those little lights, the art, the whole little entryway table. I'm digging that. All right, then we got this was that next gen entrance over there that we showed you a second ago. All right, as we go in and see this one, we've got a linen. Oh, I can't speak today. Linen closet. Right there. I'll show everything. We'll upstairs later. I get that nice little use of a naked wall there. We got our living room. Once again, area roast. Establishing space. Those windows let the natural light in. A really good sized island here in the kitchen. All right, so they got 3. These are kind of wider chairs. You could probably honestly squeeze 4 there. And then also, once again, I was going to point this out, that there's no sink in the island, which I love. Alrighty, you can use all that space. All right, behind me over here, we're going to have our pantry. All right, one of my biggest complaints is in a house this size that the pantry is like this. I feel like there should be more space. All right, but this one's actually okay. I go to some builders where, you know, on the single stories, they have this massive walk-in pantry, and then you go into this, 3,000 square foot house, and it's that. So the fact that it's kind of the same across the board here, for the most part, we're cool with that. All right. So anyways, we'll turn this thing back around, show you that electric stovetop. Lots of counter space, cabinets, sink, all the stuff. Then we got our designated dining area right there behind the island. Nice flow down here. Feels very cozy and homey. Nice little use of the wall there, and then they do have the shiplap to kind of accent this wall, which is cool. All right, check out the backyard on this one. Once again, blank canvas. You just get the little piece of sidewalk down there as you get out. The rest is totally up to you. Yeah, there you go. It's a cool little area there too. All right, then we got our living room. Lots of natural light coming through those windows there. Anyways, let's go ahead and go upstairs. Let's see this bedroom downstairs. Let's creep through these walls first. Oh, there is a bedroom downstairs. All right, so we got the sales office here. All right, you got coat closet / storage area underneath the stairs. All right, then across the way here, we got our bathroom number 1 for the main part of the house. So you got the sliding shower doors there, good sized bench. Yeah, pretty nice little bathroom 1. All right, bedroom 1 in the main part of the house is right here. And they're really loving those hanging lights on each side of the bed. My wife's trying to get us to do that in one of our rooms, and I'm personally not handy enough to do something like that. Nice. All right, window looking out to the back. All the stuff. Once again, not the most optimal setup for a TV than I always think about. All right, anyways, let's go ahead and go upstairs. All right, as I'm doing that, just want to remind you guys that this is a show I post every single Saturday at 8 a.m. So if you like the sort of stuff from between new houses, new communities, showing you guys what it's like to live somewhere in SoCal. All right, if you like the stuff, do the stuff, like, subscribe, tap that notification bell. That way you stay up to date on everything going on in this local area. Anyways, we spin this thing around as we get to the top of the stairs. And we are greeted with a really nice, big loft area. Wow, that was one of the bigger lofts I've seen. And I've seen a lot. And so it's really cool there. One thing I did want to point out, kind of just behind me, you got this nice big window as you're walking up the stairs. And then the stairs do have a landing. It's not a straight shot. All right, so something to keep in mind. Nice windows there like that. But back here, we got a really good sized laundry room. The washer dryer hookups. Got a floating cabinet up there. Lots of space here. And then you got like wire rack up there. And then there's the brains of the house. All right, the master is gonna be over there. We'll check that out later. I'm assuming that's the master at least. Oh, maybe not. Oopsies. I just assumed because it was very private. All right, so we got bathroom number 2 right here. You got the dual sinks, toilet, shower tub combo, all the normal stuff, medicine cabinet. All right, then right here we're gonna have bedroom number 2 for the main part of the house. Pretty good sized room. The ceilings up here are 8 feet tall. Point that out. This is like a wilderness room, cabin. Best memories are made at the cabin. This would be good if this was a cabin. Oh, there's those lights again. Hey, those are really cool. I don't know. There's an electrician or someone that is handy and knows how to do that stuff. Let me know. Might hire you. Anyways, this feels very similar to the room that's downstairs. Window out there. Not the best spot for the TV again. I feel like I've said that a lot in this video. All right, so now we'll bypass the loft. We're going to skip over the master. And right here we've got bedroom 3 of the main house. This one's big. This is a really good sized room here. 2 beds here, the dresser in between. You got natural light coming through there. Big window over here. Oh, look at this. You can kind of see those are kind of cool views out there. Oh, we're not doing it justice on the camera, but caught my eye. All right, so really nice big room here. And then, you know, this is set up with 2 people sharing, but if you had one person, there's a nice big wall for a TV. Or if they're sharing, all right, well, you can squeeze it up there. Anyways, all right, let's go in and see the master right off the loft. So we got the master bedroom. Pretty good size here. Lots of space. Got those windows looking off to the backyard. Spin this thing around for you. There we go. Right there. We're going back and see the master bathroom now. All right, so the master bathroom right here. I haven't even checked if my microphone's on. Oh, green light, cool. Don't want to run out again. I charged them together, so I don't know why one died and one's still good, but we'll ride it. All right, so we got that there. Walk-in shower, really good sized walk-in shower. Once again, I'm gonna complain about the lack of a bench. Like there's a small little ledge for your stuff. Anyways, that's me getting nitpicky. You got the his and her sinks there, the drawers, the cabinets, all the stuff, medicine cabinet, little vanity space over here. And then we do kind of have our throne area right here. Now, once again, there will be a door here. There will not be a door there. All right, my door will go here, so you don't have to worry about doing stuff with the door open. All right, well, over here we got our walk-in closet. Pretty good amount of space here. You have a window there. I do think if there's a window here, just depends on the elevation and just how it's set up. Some styles have the window, some don't, in different builders. So window may or may not be here, but just want to let you know. Alrighty. So that wraps this one up. This is our final house of the day. Now remember, they do have one bigger than this, all right, and cheaper. All right, this one is just the multi-gen or next-gen one that they've got. I'm trying to pull up in my paper so I can read you the official stats. I know this is a tick under 3,000 square feet. So here we go. This area was residence 2946, 2,946 square feet, 5 bedrooms, plus that giant loft that's behind me, 4 bathrooms. All right, this got that next-gen suite that has, you know, the living room area, the bedroom, the bathroom, the stackable washer dryer. Yeah, anyways, so this right here is $747,000. Alrighty guys, so next up, I'm gonna do what I always do. I'm gonna hop on the map and show you guys what it's like to actually live here. We'll go over school, shopping, medical care, all those sort of things. But first, I did want to hop on the builder's website and kind of just show you some of the floor plans that were not modeled here today. So let's dive into my computer. Alrighty, so as promised, here is the builder's website. Just wanted to show you quickly those extra floor plans. All right, but quickly, I guess, let's just talk about some of the stuff. As I mentioned earlier, no HOA, solar system included. There's going to be a park and playground and walking trails throughout. Once again, no HOA. And then as far as the schools go, I'll get into that here shortly. But show you guys the floor plans that are available. All right, we already did 1890. All right, 2259 we did not see, so that's gonna be at 653. 4 beds, 3 baths, 2-car garage, 2 stories, a little bit under 2300 square feet there. The other one is just over 2300 square feet, starting at 672. 5 bedrooms, 3 baths. All right, 2311 square footage there. 2537 we saw, 2946 we saw, and then the big dog. All right, I don't have any information, no information on this yet, but I do have it filmed. All right, so I have filmed this one at another community. We obviously don't know what the price is going to be here at this community for now until they do the next phase release. But if you did want to see this one, make sure you go ahead and reach out because I do have this filmed from other communities. So anyways, let's dive into the map now and talk quickly about where we are. So we're at La Ventana by DR Horton. All right, as I mentioned, it's very close to Menifee. So right here is Heritage Lake. That's the neighborhood I used to live in. And this right here is just right around the corner. So you can just come out here, boom, boom, and we're at La Ventana, all right, which is also super close to Pradera Place and Pradera Point. So as you see some of those in the drone shots, if you want things that are a little bit cheaper, that might be more your cup of tea. The yards are a little bit smaller. The floor plans are a little bit smaller on some of them. Houses are a little tighter together, but they do have an HOA there. So maybe it kind of sort of evens out. I don't know what the monthly payments look like for you, but I also mentioned that there's lots of different communities coming to Menifee down the road. So you could just hear we got a lot of KB Homes communities that are kind of right in line with the DR Horton communities that they're building here. Then you have Beezer Homes. It's just opening up. I'll probably go film that in the next 2 weeks. That's a brand new one. I also saw on this side that Richmond American is building some townhomes here. So Winchester is really just on the up and coming path here. Okay, so and then once again, like you see us here, there's there's a sign right here where like the R is on Simpson Road on this map that says "Welcome to Winchester." Same thing over here up the Minigoni/Newport, right? You got Banner Park, which I always talk about, one of my favorite communities in Menifee. But right across this bend, you go up the hill and come down, and then boom, we're in Winchester right here. So when I say this is right on the border of Menifee, it is right on the border of Menifee. There's no fluff to what I'm saying. Okay, so you got really good access to the different shopping stuff in Menifee. All right, and then as far as shopping goes, with what we've got close to us here at La Ventana, they're building a big shopping center right here on the corner of Winchester Road and Dominigoni. So right now, they've got McDonald's, they've got Starbucks, there's like a dental office. They're in the process, almost done with completing a gas station, which should open up before the end of the summer here. There's a Panda Express at Chipotle, and then they're supposed to build a massive shopping center here, a big grocery store, like I think it's a Stater Brothers or something like that, and there's some other stores on the side of that. So this is going to be kind of the main hub shopping center of Winchester. It's been called Boulder Crossing, is what they're calling it. So lots of shopping there, and there's some more Winchester stuff as they go down here to Leon, depending what you call it. All right, and then there's more over here. Yeah, the same thing, but on this side here by this Tri-Point community where they got some more stuff going on. So lots and lots of shopping coming to the area. But anyways, let's talk about what's active, what's there now that you can count on for your shopping and all those sorts of needs. So La Ventana here right now, what's currently built, your closest gas station and shopping center is this one right here. There's a Stater Brothers there. So let me do this. Pull up the directions. Let's go to directions. Let's do start there. Let's go Stater Brothers on Newport. And boom. So this shopping center is 7 minutes away. So you got McDonald's, you've got Stater Brothers, there's gas station across the street, Starbucks, Del Taco, Mountain Mike's Pizza, a few other things mixed in over here. Like I said, a McDonald's, CVS. There's over here. There's a Walgreens. There's also Archibald's, which is a good fast food restaurant. Think of like a restaurant that has a drive-through. Is what I like to think of it as. Think of like a Red Robin's with a drive-through. I guess would be a good thing to compare it to. All right, and then if we had to talk about the Four Corners down in Menifee. All right, let's do Target. I'm on. It's kind of the Four Corners. That's the main hub of Menifee. So once again, we're less than 15 minutes from the main hub of Menifee, where you got everything. You got Lowe's, you got Target, Best Buy, Kohl's, Lots of different restaurant options too. You got Home Goods, Crumble Cookies, Banks, BJ's, In-N-Out. Guys, tons and tons of options here. Even across the way, you've got Krispy Kreme, you've got The Habit, Buffalo Wild Wings. There's also some Hawaiian restaurant things. It's Ono or LNL. What do we got? What do we got? What's over here? What do we got? Ono. The Ono little Habit burger there. So lots of things. And across the way, on the top left corner of the Four Corners, all right, you've got Chick-fil-A, you got Texas Roadhouse, you've got Flame Broiler, Applebee's, Jersey Mike's, Five Guys. So lots of options up there as well. The top right corner, you've got Raising Cane's, you got Blaze Pizza, you've got Coffee Bean, all you can eat sushi spot. That's where my family goes to celebrate. Every time I close a deal, we go to Sapporo there. Right, whenever someone gets keys to their house and I get my commission check, which by the way, all right, the builders pay me. You guys never have to pay me. So I just want to check that off with you guys. On new builds, the builders pay me. So I know some people don't like, they think like they owe me money for working. That's not how it is. I can't say I work for free, but the builders compensate me. So don't worry about that. You got LA Fitness over here. So lots of different options there. And then on the bottom right quadrant of the Four Corners, you've got my favorite restaurant, all of Menifee, Savage Chef. You've also got Michi Tacos down here, which is another good spot. If you're shopping for furniture, you got Living Spaces. And then as far as food goes, you got Jack in the Box, Taco Bell. I think there's a Subway here as well. There's a Subway. They got Ralph's. So that's kind of like the main shopping area that's close to where we are here in Winchester. I will go ahead and kind of show you guys where Costco is and all that sort of stuff. So you need to get into Costco. We're a little bit less than 20 minutes from Costco. Promenade Temecula for the mall down there. All right, the mall in Temecula is about 25 minutes away. That's where you have like your traditional food court, the department stores, movie theaters, bowling alley. They got Dick's Sporting Goods. They even got like an upscale kind of outdoor part where they've got an Apple store, Lululemon. I think there's a Coach there as well. So some good little things outside. You got a Yard House to eat and have some beverages. So there's a really cool spot down there, and there's lots of little restaurants around this area down in Temecula. It's really like the really northern part of Temecula, where it's super close, from the freeway here. Alrighty, the Old Town Temecula, just to show you guys that. There's some good food and eateries down here and breweries and that sort of stuff. Kind of that mom and pop feel, not any big chain restaurants down here. That's about 25 to 30 minutes away. The Pachanga, for those of you, whether you're going to go there to play golf, go to the little pool they got with like the Vegas style day club type stuff. Lots of good restaurants. There's obviously a casino there as well. So that's about half an hour away. So good stuff there. Let's go back to schools real quick. So schools were zoned to Boulder Ridge Elementary, all right, which is kind of on the other side of Heritage Lake right here. So 7-minute drive to the elementary school. The middle school is going to be in this community too. So we'll go Chase Middle School, Ethan A. Chase. The middle school, 3-minute drive there. Like I said, we're really close to Menifee here. And then for the high school, we're at Heritage High School in Menifee. All right, boom, we're at a 6-minute drive. So all the levels of school are less than 10 minutes away. So great convenience there for the schools. I will do junior college just in case anyone needs to go to the JC. Oh, that's still 10 minutes away. So really good timing to get to whatever level of school you need. As far as the medical care goes, let me go to Menifee Global Medical Center. That might be the closest one. 7 minutes away there to Menifee Global Medical Center. They do have an emergency room. Now, if there's I wouldn't say like a high trauma center, if that makes sense. So anything kind of serious, you're probably going to want to go to Loma Linda. So Loma Linda's down in Murrieta. Alrighty, so that is less than 20 minutes away to Loma Linda there. If you have Kaiser, I've got some Kaiser facilities near us. So there's one right just kind of north of that Loma Linda Medical Center. So a little more than 15 minutes away. There's no Kaiser hospital here. It's kind of just medical offices, urgent care. You get your lab work done there. If you need an actual hospital, they got the Kaiser in Moreno Valley. That's where one of my kids was born. Little Romy was born there. About 35 minutes away, so it is a bit of a trek to get to the Kaiser Hospital, but if it's like an emergency room, just go to Loma Linda, all right, and they'll take care of it. All right, so that's that for medical care, shopping, schools. All right, we did kind of sort of some things to do with Pachanga and that sort of stuff in the mall. Let's do the airports real quick. So let's do Ontario Airport. The Ontario airport is just over an hour away, so really good convenience there. Low security lines, not a lot of traffic in and out. Next up, we'll do the Palm Springs airport, because I think that might be the next closest one. About an hour and 10 there. Once again, guys, I do use these as points of reference just so you can kind of see. So maybe like you'll never fly out of Palm Springs airport, but you kind of, maybe you'll go play golf there, go to the resorts. All right, so just know they're about an hour and 10 minutes away. All right, next up, we'll do San Diego. So same thing there. I know there's a lot of military families that reach out to me to help them find a spot up here, so it's cheaper than the houses they can, do down in San Diego, or they get, more space for what they can afford. All right, so about an hour and 20 from the airport down in San Diego. We'll do John Wayne in Irvine next. There's for sure an accident. Yep, they got accidents here. No, it's hour and 20-ish right now, but it looks like there's been some sort of accident or something. Then LAX. We're looking at about 2 hours to get over to LAX. All right, so it is what it is. So now you know all the spots. I do like to wrap things up on the map tour with fun things. So we'll look at Disneyland. We're about a little less than an hour and a half from Disneyland. Once again, looks like there's accidents and traffic along the way right now. Next up, we'll do the beaches. We'll do La Jolla Shore. I actually went there we had our anniversary last weekend, and we went down to La Jolla here. So hour and 15, hour 20 down there. Guys, it's a super cool super cool feel down there. If anyone here's from the South Bay like I am, it feels like Redondo Beach, like kind of like Riviera Village style, like right on the water right there. But like the beach is super nice. But like the houses are like PV houses. So some of you guys, that makes no sense. But if you're from the South Bay like I am, I grew up in Torrance. That's kind of the vibe or the feel of La Jolla down there. All right, next will be Oceanside Pier. Oceanside is hour 10. Then we will do some Orange County beaches for you. About an hour and a half to the Orange County beaches going over, or take a highway there. All right, so that is what that is. So anyways, let's head back to the community to wrap this video up. Alrighty, guys, so that was La Ventana in the city of Winchester. They just had their grand opening, hopped in and showed you guys 3 of the 6 floor plans they've got here. So they got 3 of these things modeled, including this huge next-gen house that I know a lot of you guys really enjoy. A couple things to just note before we get out here. Number one, this is a community, like I said, brand new with no HOA. I know that's a big deal to a lot of you guys. The other thing is that they have solar panels included in the pricing here, which is another huge thing, because depending on how many panels you get and stuff like that, that's usually $20,000 to $30,000, also depending on the size of the house there. So just really good incentives for this kind of grand opening, a red tag sales event they've got 3.99% financing on some of the houses out here. Just some of the best financing and best incentives around here with D.R. Horton. All right, and on top of all that, you guys in here would be in one of the earliest phases. So as this community continues to grow, all right, you guys are gonna have kind of like the floor of the pricing, because as this community grows, the pricing is gonna go up and up and up with all the different phase releases. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. You're able to get into the quick growing city of Winchester, where they got tons of new development coming, as I showed you guys on the map. So like I said, showed you guys 3 of the 6 floor plans, hopped on a map, showed you guys who would like to actually live here, showed you guys some of the growth that's coming, whenever school, shopping, medical care, things to do, how close we are to the freeway, how close we are to the city of Menifee. All right, like I've always said, Winchester is Menifee 2.0. Menifee is like literally right there already, like we're right on the border. So, we are so close to all the amenities that Menifee has to offer, but they're building some of those same things here in the city of Winchester, just blocks away from where we are. So super excited for this community. Hope you guys are too. If you like anything you saw today, make sure you go ahead and reach out. My phone number is going to be on the screen right now, whether you want to come out today, tomorrow, next week, next month, whenever. I would love to be a local guide to the area and help you find your somewhere in SoCal, whether it's here or somewhere else. The other thing, this is a show I post every single Saturday at 8 a.m. So if you'd like to source up between new houses, new communities, showing you guys these grand openings and the red tag sales events and going over all the incentives. If you like the stuff, do the stuff, like, subscribe, tap that notification bell. That way stay up to date on everything going on in this local area. All right, anyways, I'm going to hop out of here. All right, it's summertime. I'm going to go home and play with the kids. All right, anyways, YouTube's going to throw a video over this shoulder. If you like this video, you're probably going to like that one, and I'll see you in there.